Hopefully you guys are all relaxing and you're not getting withdrawals from Invincible versus Closed Alpha ending. It's a good time. It was only on console this weekend, so I'm sure not all of you were able to play, or not all of you even got invites, even if you wanted to play. So many people playing on Wi-Fi, so many people rage quitting. I don't know what it is about playing on console, but I find that that happens way more, which is really funny. But like, that's just like basically how it always goes. I played the game twice before this. I got a chance to try it at their studio. I probably had like a total of like, I don't know, an hour of playtime. So I sort of knew what was going on, but it had been a while. And I've never played it on leverless. I'd only ever played it on pad. I think the control scheme in this game is much harder to remember than like 2xKO's has ever been for me. But I know a lot of people don't like the control scheme in that game either. And I know a lot of people don't like the control scheme in Marvel Tokon. I know a lot of people don't like the control scheme in Hunter x Hunter. So all these games I think have it. Uh-oh. My hairstylist, yeah. The game, you zip around. There's lots of mobility options and movement options, 8-way air dashes and flights, and you can use your EX gauge, the boost meter, to not only use EX moves, but also your movement. I also thought the music was pretty cool in the game from what I heard. I don't find that it was like so memorable that I was like, oh, this is the greatest music of all time, but I thought the music was pretty solid. I think all the level 3s are hilarious. Yeah, all the characters shit talk each other constantly. The game is really fun. Animations, I know a lot of people have been not so hot on for the most part. I don't really mind them. I played NRS games for a long time. They are a little bit weird looking, and I think because you spent the whole test fighting Wi-Fi players, when there's like rollback and like the animations in this game are firing, things look super weird. The show doesn't look amazing. It looks fine. It's got weird animation problems. The game mashing that is kind of funny to me, so I don't really care that much. As far as gameplay goes for tag fighter stuff, it's 3v3. All the characters have like 3 special moves. They are pretty easy to use. I think this is probably the easiest game of all the versus games that are coming out to like pick up and just play a new character and be like, yeah, which is, I think, really nice. Like way easier than Dragon Ball, I think. Every character is like very similar. All the combos are like pretty similar, and the ideas of the structures are all pretty similar. And all the characters I tried were really fun, actually. I liked every character that I tried. I thought Monster Girl was really cool. I thought that Cecil was super sick. I thought that the robot, especially his assists, were just insane. Thula is like really cheap. I think both Omni-Man and Mark are like really cool. I think Adam Eve's movement is like dope. The mix-ups from Bulletproof seem so cheap. It has traditional assists that you can call. If your opponent is in block stun, you get like an offense version of the assist that's like a little knee that they do that's like an overhead, which is nice for mixing people up, and you can combo off of it and stuff. And if you're ever doing an action, you can hold your assist button and then your character will active tag and like fly across the screen. You can even like shoot missiles or zoning from full screen, hold the tag button, and then when it hits them, your character will zero and fly across the screen and get a full combo off of it. The other thing about the game is it has a combo meter like Tokon, and the combo meter fills up very fast. If you do light, medium, heavy, or light, medium, launcher, and then your air combo is like medium, heavy, special, your combo's over. You can use the boost gauge and use EX moves, and EX moves always work, even if your combo is max capped. You do EX move, EX move, EX move, super, right? And you can extend like that, and that does like 50% or whatever for a lot of characters. The other thing you can do to extend combos is active tag. Your character can like tag in and you can extend, but the active tag is breakable. If your opponent sees that you do the active tag and hits medium and heavy together, they just break the active tag if they time it correctly, and your combo stops. It just goes and it takes you back to neutral. You can, as the offensive player, change the timing and even hard bait their break. There's also a traditional like burst mechanic in the game. If you are someone who's like, the thing I hate about versus games is these long ass combos or all this downtime where I'm not playing the game, this feels like a versus game built for that complaint in mind. A lot of this game is like forced interaction points that return you to neutral. But if you're not willing to interact with this, like let's say you don't want to do any of the RPS around combos, you just want to do the combo and you want to end it. Normally it's like 6 or 7 hits, EX, 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 super, or standing resets. A lot of people hear this system and think it sounds like Killer Instinct. I actually don't think it's that similar to KI, in the sense that like KI combos have parts of the combos that you can opt to do to create guess points. It like creates points where you know or you don't know what's going on, and like there's lots of like interaction. The tag in this game is a lot more instant reaction focused, and then either do you like bait or do you go for this other option or not. Also, as a result of how KI's combo system works, instead of like engaging with the combo system and having any risk of interaction that leads to them losing their offense, what people do is they like hit you and then they immediately reset you during the combo. Or they do like one hit in the combo, instantly end it, and then take a hard knockdown into 50-50. This game I expect will be similar. In fact, I saw people doing like the Adam Eve, standing reset, overhead low, stuff like that where people loop you. That's probably gonna be pretty common because most people don't want to interact more with their opponents, they want to interact less. So people are gonna try to dig and find those kinds of things. There's something that I didn't see a lot of people messing with, which is like the stage transition. I don't think it was really explained anywhere, but like after you do certain moves, like the charge mediums or whatever, then you snap them, you can stage transition them. It locks out their team for like 10 seconds. And then you gain like boost regen, get to just do whatever you want. And if you hit them, you just kill them. Yeah, it's kind of like positive bonus for Strive, basically. You're probably just dead. Like, I don't know, you probably just lose that character. I don't know what you're gonna do.
Like, what do you do?
But yeah, I don't think people knew about it right away. And the other thing is, let's say you play online and you're just doing tag and a super and a tag and a super and you're just doing these long active tag combos. I would guess for the first like week or two, no one's gonna really break it. And that means that you just get to kill everybody with like basically zero recourse in the beginning. So I think that's gonna be a learning curve for people when they hop on. But once they learn that, it'll be a lot better. Yeah, TOD in parentheses, if my opponent doesn't look at the screen and hit a button. The defensive mechanics in this game, particularly Heroic Strike, is insane. I think Heroic Strike is one of the most despicable defensive mechanics I've ever seen in any fighting game. You just block and then you hit 2 buttons and then your character just gets an armored pull up and just do whatever on defense mechanic that seems very hard to stop and you just tag off of it. It is really scrubby, I think. I don't use that word often, but like it is like the most thoughtlessly strong defensive mechanic I can think of in any fighting game almost. I cannot imagine that the Heroic Strike in this version of the game makes it out of closed alpha. There's like no way, right? Because they want people to play the game. Like every time you hit someone, you already have a normal breaker and you have guesses on the tag breakers. There's no way on block you just have like the greatest guard cancel of all time. Also, you know, like that to me seemed insane. The movement in this game is like really fast, right? You like zip around the screen, your characters are flying around, zipping around. I think the movement in this game feels really bad actually. Not because your characters are not fast, but because of the way they swoop around when you air dash. In Marvel, you do this, and then you attack with a giant sphere. You swing with Magneto's H, it's like this giant circle. In this game, I feel like I'm swinging on a pendulum like this, and then my hitbox is like this. This is what it feels like to attack air to ground in this game to me. I'm just whiffing. I'm just catching air every single time. I feel like the movement is like fake fast. I don't know how else to describe it. I tried to get in on the zoners using boost dash or using the air dashes and stuff. It seems like it's really fast, but then you like try it and you're like, I can't hit anybody if I'm going fast. So it's like a very weird feeling game. I think the game's fun though. I think the game is cool. I think more people will like this than they expect. I think if you try this game and you're looking for a versus game that's fast and has lots of air options and does not have 20-second long combos, this game is like, yeah. And it's quite bloody and violent, which the other versus games are not. Now that being said, for me personally, the combo system in this game is like built in a lab to be the opposite of what I like about combo systems in a game. And that's not a problem because there's so many of you in the chat and my comments in YouTube who are like, dude, I'm so happy that there's a game that like has short combos that doesn't take me a long time to figure out, and like this shit's like straightforward and easy. I'm sick of like these games with all these long ass combos or this hard execution to do anything. This shit sucks, you know? I have to figure out if I can get past the combo system and find fun stuff to do. That's like the biggest thing. It's tough for me. Like it's just like not what I would prefer in a fighting game. If at least the part of the combo before you get to the breaker was like complex and fun, then I'd be like, oh, but like that's the part where I'm worried about. Maybe there's stuff in there that I just haven't found that's like sick as fuck. Or there's like some character who's unannounced who just has some dope shit that I've never seen. And I'm like, oh, like there could be some sick shit because I've like no idea what the rest of this roster is going to look like. If any of what I said sounds interesting to you, you will probably like this game. The cast is cool. The combos are short. There's a lot of aerial movement stuff that you can do. And I think that this is like a dad who's got time on the weekend game. Every character will take you like 5 minutes to learn. They all just work. And like the combos are so short. If you just want to learn new characters or play like new stuff every time you boot up, I think even without training moding, you could probably like play the whole cast, which I think is like perfect for tons of people.